has been a month. I'm sorry, life has gotten pretty crazy around here. So I'm going to tell you about what happened because it's kind of some big stuff that happened to me in February. And besides that, I'll tell you the little bits and bobs that I liked during February, what time I had to actually like stuff. It's been rough. So I'm just going to get started, and just know I have been thinking about you. I'm back. I hope to do this once a week and sit down, chat with you, and let's get started. First of all, you know, if you have watched my goals for 2016, I want to read 10 books this year. Last month I told you I've read 2, and this month okay, tell me if this is 2 or 3. Just tell me. I'm okay if it's 2, but we'll just start. So, as you might know, I'm reading the Outlander series. It is also a show on Starz and it's going to be coming back in April. Yay! So I finished 2 more of the books. So this is Dragonfly and Amber. This is the second book of the series. This is actually the one that the next season is going to be based on. And then after that, I finished Voyager. I'm not going to go into these too much. They're weird. The more I go into it, the more I might reveal, so I kind of want you to read the first one if you're going to. You might know, you might not. My favorite book series of all time is the Chronicles of Narnia. I'm a Narnia freak. I mean, I have an obsession with lampposts that is probably unhealthy. Let's just stop there. But this month, I listened to the audiobook again, and yeah, so is this another book that I've read for this year? Tell me down below, should this count? Or should I not count it? You might know this, you might not. I have acquired an odd fascination with cute tissue boxes. I don't know, I think it was sometime last year. I'm thinking October-ish. I showed you guys I bought new tissues, and they were either the sheep or they're the elephant, or since I've had a lion, I mean, I've had a whale. There's something about them I really like. I was in Target, as always, and I ran across these. I didn't even need tissues at the time, but I had to get it. It was a 3-pack, and they are Frozen themes Kleenex tissues. There's Elsa, an Olaf, and an Anna, which is not here. They were the same price as the other ones. The other ones were not nearly as pretty, and come on, who doesn't like Frozen? Next one is my beauty favorite. Now, as I said, my mouth has been manic, and I can't tell you for the life of me what I've been using. I mean, I don't know if I've been using the same thing, if I've been switching it up. I really have no idea, and that is really sad. But I do know, I believe I bought this last month sometime. So this is the number 7 Stay Perfect Long Lasting Volume Mascara. It is the pretty gold tube. Like, isn't this beautiful? Isn't it? I just love it. I bought it at Target, and what I really like is how itty bitty, teeny tiny this wand is. So they are just little itty bitty bristles, and this is wonderful for your bottom lash line. It just makes them really perfect, and it will stay. It's not one that'll smear off very easily, but it is a 1 coat and you're done. You can't really do a second coat with this because it's supposed to be a long lasting stay where it is. It hardens really, really quickly. Next thing is actually one of my hair accessories, and I'm wearing it. Let me take this down. If you don't know, wow, my hair. Anyway, if you don't know, I really love using hair clips, and I lost 2 of them, and I'm still really mad at myself. And for Valentine's Day, my boyfriend got me another one. So I have this one, and I did have the silver version of this, and this is the kind of like a white gold version. More gold version. All mine are from J. Crew or J. Crew Factory. They're just amazing quality, and they're so pretty, and yeah, let me put this back in now. Next thing is a tea favorite, and I really, as I said with makeup, I couldn't remember for the life of me. This tells you how stressed out I was in February. It's been crazy. So as I asked my boyfriend, I'm like, what was my tea favorite? He's like, how the heck should I know? And then he's like, wait a minute, do you have Twinnings Winter Spice? And I'm like, I happen to actually have like 3 of them here. Those are normally at his place. So these are the Twinnings Winter Spice, and I really want more of these, but I think that they were winter only and I can't find them anymore. So these are herbal teas, and it is a chamomile with apple, cinnamon, cardamom, clove. Just kind of think about like an apple cider, but in tea. It's pretty good. I'd highly suggest it. Next up for my stress this month, I, as you know, have anxiety, and I do have some problems with that. I've told you about my Calm app, always a favorite. I won't talk about it this time. But I decided that maybe I could trigger it to calm myself down a different way. Now, normally, whenever I'm at home and this happens, I have tea. And some of my favorite teas just, I've noticed that whenever I go for this, I tend to go for an Earl Grey or some sort of a flavored tea with bergamot oil. Now, bergamot oil is bergamot is a type of citrusy orange that is really, really ugly and bumpy on the outside, but it smells amazing. So I thought that maybe I could sort of replicate the feeling of tea if I'm feeling, I don't know, weird. So I actually went and I got some bergamot oil, and what did I do with this is I dab like 3 things right here and I just put it together. And then it just is that smell that kind of will help calm me down. This has worked. I won't say it works every single time for me. Another thing was that it was me and my boyfriend's 4-year anniversary. Our plans sort of got canceled just because we couldn't do them. We didn't schedule early enough. And he's the best. He surprised me and drove in. Now it's about a 2-hour drive between us just because of where I'm going to university. And he was trying to call me, and I was doing stuff with school, and I'm like, I'll call you later, like, whatever. And so I called him whenever I was done. I was ranting because of my horrible day. We were talking, we're like, so what are you gonna do for dinner? And he's like, well, I thought we'd go out for dinner. And I'm like, what do you mean? Why would we go out for dinner? He's like, because I'm on my way here. I'm like, oh. So he came in and surprised me, and he had flowers for me and one of the mugs that I've been really, really liking. By the way, the night was awesome. We went to one of our favorite restaurants. It was really yummy, it was really nice, but I've been staring at this from the TV room that is by his house, and it's so cute. Look at them, they're little sheeps. This is a bone china, and this is from Ulster Weavers. It was just really sweet because I've been staring at it for so long, and yeah, I really like it. It's so cute. It's like, bah, bah. I'll set that down now. Last thing, let's talk about what happened. I was the event manager for an event which took place on February 28th, and I've been working on this project since last May, so about 10 months ago, roughly. It's gonna be forever. So this is actually my internship for school. So at university, I study hospitality management with an emphasis in event and convention planning, and I needed an internship to graduate. Happened to be that I knew someone who knew something about this, and they're like, we want you, and I'm like, okay. Needless to say, back then I didn't quite, like, I knew what I was getting myself into, and so did everyone else, but it seems like at the end we're all like, that was a bit harder than we expected. And that wasn't our fault, that we had a couple people who were not being supportive. Let's just put it that way. So if you want me to do a whole video on how I did this event and what the process was to go through, it was a trade show, so I went through and I helped get vendors. Somewhat. I made other people do that. But then I did all the communication with everyone throughout the year. I've done volunteer stuff. I've done everything. If you want to know a bit more about how an event is held, tell me down below. I do know a fair amount about this since this is my degree. Also, as you might have known, last year I hosted a bridal shower, and all these things can be applied to events that are big or small or anywhere in between. That's it for my February favorites. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I am now going to be back here at least once a week. I promise you. So if you want to see more from me, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.